Hi and welcome to a new video. So Japanese players are playing a lot of Grixis Death Shadow and it's not the classic list. I mean, as you can see, we have Fury and Grief with the scam plan here, 2 Undying Malice and 2 Feign Death, and Murktide too. So it's an interesting list, but it's working somehow. They are getting a lot of good results. So I kind of want to try it, even if it's not playing any Lord of the Ring cards. But I think that something like Stern Scalding could be great in this deck. Stopping Solitude for just 1 mana is crazy good. Nothing more to say, to be honest. The sideboard plan is just the classic. So we have anti-white cards, anti-artifact, and with the Saga, more counter spells, some Graveyard 8 and some good cards again, Blood Moon against Blood Moon decks. So let's give a try to this beautiful deck. Okay, here we go. One lander. I think this is a mulligan. Okay, this is not great either. We have a removal again, but nothing more. I think I can mulligan again. Okay. 3 lands are far better. It's a bit too early for the Murktide, right? And I think that Undying Malice, it's a bit risky. Are we facing Yawgmoth? Yeah, probably. So, that could be also the food combo deck, I guess. Ooh. Maybe I should have kept that reanimator spell. Yeah, it's indeed combo. What should I take here? Because they could play Sam and they have a Fury. Deadly Dispute seems to be the best card here. Asmo, it's not a playable card, at least for now. I think I'm going to take the Deadly Dispute. So now they have 3 mana. They can only play Samwise, I think, or with the Saga. So against them, what do I want? Alpine Moon, Licensed Earth, Explosives maybe? Wow, top deck of a cookbook. Okay, I want to play Asmo, I guess. Discard these, get Asmo. Unholy Heat. Okay. I think I'm just going to pass a turn. Nothing to do here. I don't want to Fury just the Asmo because they could just play Samwise and sacrifice the 3 food tokens to get back the Asmo. So I think I'm fine like this. Okay, they do nothing. They want to they they want to make golems construct and such, so it's fine. Okay, this is a pretty good draw. Yeah, this is a pretty good draw. These constructs though are going to be so big. Yep. I think I have to terminate one of those. Yeah, and only it now makes no sense. Springleaf Drum. Another goose. Terminate goes here. So I could kill Construct and the two gooses. They only have 1 mana. I think it's fine. I'll push 2. Okay, so first of all, Fury. Problem with that construct is, yeah, I think I have to go for Asmo and the goose. They could kill though. Kind of have to go for a push on this one. I think I have to push it now. Yeah, sadly I have to push it now because they could just uh, kill the Fury with 2 food tokens after I play Feign Death here. But sadly the construct is going to survive. So maybe there was a better lineup, I guess. I could have target the Asmo first. It's not great. I think I'm just dead though. Yeah, I misplayed the turn. That was a bad mistake. Yeah. I had to target the Asmo first, kill the Asmo, bring back Fury, kill 2 creatures, and yeah, that was such a mistake. Whatever, let's try to focus on the next game. So I think that Counterspell is not great against them. Brotherhood hand is pretty good though. Shriekmaw is fine, push is fine. Terminate is okay. Murktide, it's a big creature, they don't have much flyer, so I think I'm fine bringing keeping the Murktides in. Could cut like 2 Thoughtseize, 1 Unholy Heat. I like explosives too, but I think that Brotherhood and Fury plus all the small removals are going to be okay. Yeah, the turn I should have target the Asmo first, then I kill the Asmo, bring back the Fury, kill both the gooses, and then just go for a push on the construct. Okay, this is a keep. So fetch land, pass the turn. Thoughtseize or cookbook? Goose. Sure. I think I can wait on fetching at least 1 turn, because I kinda want more mana, right? Thoughtseize. Is it better to go Thoughtseize or is it better to go Unlicensed Earth now? I kinda want to Thoughtseize first, but it's not mana efficient. Because next turn I could go Expressive Iteration into land into Thoughtseize, so I think I have to play the Unlicensed Earth now. And I can take only 7 damage, so I cannot play Death Shadow now. Yeah, it's Licensed Earth this turn. Do I want double red or do I want double black? I think I want double black likely. Okay, pass the turn. Already, where's the second to play? Cookbook. Pass the turn. Sure. So I can kind of freely play my Expressive Iteration. Hopefully I'm not going to miss the land drop. So Murktide to end. Watery Grave to bottom and Polluted Delta to exile. I play the Polluted Delta. I need another red mana. So I think I'm going to take Steam Vents here. But I need to Thoughtseize, so this is a Blood Crypt. Okay, this is a lot of annoying stuff. We have removals though. I could take again the Deadly Dispute, which is open. I'm not sure to be honest, because the Manufacturer is pretty strong. I think I'm supposed to take the Manufacturer, because Fury is fine, but I cannot bring Fury back right now. But they are likely going to make a construct next turn, so I can play Grief. Yeah, that's fine. Temple Garden untapped. I think that this turn they're going to make a construct. Cannot tap my unlicensed stars, otherwise they're going to make free food tokens. Ragavan. I don't like this Ragavan in this spot. I could dash the Ragavan, they make a construct. It's going to be a 4/4, they block, and then I can Fury. Kill 2 creatures, keep a Death Shadow into play. That could be a play, I guess. Let's go for it. I'm going to lose the Furies though. And if I lose Fury, they're just going to play the Manufacturer. So maybe it's just better to play both my creatures and pass the turn. Yeah, this is going to be bad for me because then they make a construct and they take the Daredevil back to end anyway. This is a smart way to play around unlicensed Earths. So now I need to top deck a Brotherhood hand. I don't know, explosives could be good too, but I don't want to over sideboard against that matchup. I still need to learn both my deck and theirs deck. Okay, another cookbook. So these constructs are huge. I think they're going to play Witch's Oven too. Yeah. I mean, Rest Down is kinda the right choice in this deck, right? Should I? If I take, I'm just dead. So I need to block like this. And I need a good top deck now. Push. Is push a good top deck? It's fine. But I have to chum block here. Not a huge fan of that, but at least I'm surviving. Cannot exile that. I don't know, I feel so behind. They're making so much value. Yeah, I totally need to draw Brotherhood and now. It's fine. Even another removal is fine, but they're making so much value. This is like my worst draw. I cannot play any of my creatures in this spot. I cannot remove any of their creatures, so it's just game. Whatever. I misplay the first game, it's fine. Okay, we're on the play. Let's try not to make some dumb mistake. I kinda want to keep this end, to be honest. Because I have the Ragavan turn 1, I could draw Grief to have Undying Malice. I'm missing colors though, and it's mulligan. Okay, so far I'm not huge on this deck to be honest, but this is a keep, and I think I have to bottom the Death Shadow. I'm going to lose only 5 life points, so I don't like the Death Shadow here. At least I have a bunch of actual spells that I can cast. I can remove their first creature into a counterspell turn 2 maybe if they fetch or something like that. Don't tell me this is living end. Okay, that's fine. That is actually fine. So Blood Crypt is okay. Into Unholy Heat. Okay, it's running the Loch online now. Top land. That's going to be bolted, yes. Terminate. Okay, I'm going to lose 2 more life points. I just need to wait and play it low, remove all these annoying creatures, and it should be fine. Brennan 6, I think it's a problem. Murktide, I cannot play the Murktide. What's turn? Basic planes. Okay, nice. Okay. Cannot terminate yet. I need them to fetch first. Okay, now it's a good time to terminate the creature. I need another blue source to play Murktide. Or Expressive Iteration would be good. I have a lot of bad draws though. Grief, reanimating spell. Okay. Give me a land. Okay. So I want the Undying Malice in hand, I think. Bottom the Ragavan. Play Delta past the turn. Cannot play the Murktide yet. They could have a Solitude online though. I think Watery Grave should be fine. Yeah. Not going to play anything, because they have a Solitude, I think, and I don't want them to Solitude my Murktide. Okay, they're playing nothing. Another Expressive Iteration. Grief. I like the Grief a lot here. So I think I'm going to Grief into Undying Malice, right? So Death Shadow to end, Steam Vents to bottom, Grief exiled. And now I exile the Grief. They could Solitude in the response, but it's fine. Here comes the Solitude. Okay. They have Fury 2. And I just passed the turn. I could bring in the Fury, but I think I can wait one turn. Because if they play something like an Omnath next turn, I can just go Fury, Undying Malice, or even a Planeswalker or something like that. Any creature is fine. Here comes the Vran. Nice, perfect. Let's go Fury pitching. Maybe Fury. I want to keep another removal. But I'm going to cast Fury in one turn, so 4 damage to the Vran. Undying Malice the Fury. 4 damage to the Solitude. And let's play Murktide. So I have lethal next turn. They need a pretty good draw now. Another Solitude or something like that. Fairy? Wow, that's good too. That's good too. Into? Another Teferi maybe. What the fuck? Teferi into Teferi. Yep. Magic in a nutshell. You thought you could have fun playing Magic the Gathering. Okay. Murktide back to play. I could have paid one more and avoid exiling one of my lands. Another good top deck maybe? Okay, Death Shroud is not bad here. I think I'm supposed to just kill the Teferi now. Don't tell me you have a Solitude or something like that. Please don't. Okay, fine. Play my Shadow. Elesh Norn. Into Binding. Okay. I'm getting so mad this game. It's unbelievable. So I think I'm just going to talk with my Murktide, and I think I should just play this Fury. No reason not to. Just have another creature into play. I could draw a Terminate or something like that. They they need just to draw a Solitude, a Binding, anything like that, and I'm just dead. They're crazy good. Expressive Iteration. I think it's fine casting an Expressive Iteration here. Because I need a Terminate to get rid of that Elesh Norn. Okay, this is fine too. So, kinda want the push to. It's not going to do much, but I think it's better than having a land here. Let's just go face. Because next turn I'm likely going to play Fury on any creature they play and win the game. Thoughtseize. Should I Thoughtseize now? I think so. Let's play Thoughtseize. Here comes the binding. Sure thing. Every turn an answer. Now I can play again. 6/6. Can you draw once again an answer for my big threat? Finally, finally. Okay. So against a deck like that, I want Tourachs. I probably want Counterspell. I mean, their creatures are annoying, and push is not great. Stubborn Denial is not good. Seasoned Pyromancer is not great. I think the Terminate is better. All this stuff is not good either. And what else do I want to bring in? Shriekmaw is pretty good. Ragavan is okay. Thoughtseize is a must. Death Shadow is not good against Solitude, I guess. Yeah, I think it's good to side out two Shadows in this matchup. So need the removal for the Alfling turn 1 into Counterspell for Teferi turn 2 or something like that. Okay. Okay, this is a pretty good end. I'm going to keep. This is going to be a Watery Grave, Thoughtseize, Steam Vents, and eventually Murktide. Let's go right away for the Watery Grave, Thoughtseize. No, Alfling turn 1 is interesting. Flusterstorm on the Thoughtseize, yeah, sure. It's fine. They cannot play Vren and 6 the next turn, so Alfling. Yeah, that's not going to survive, I'm sorry. Fury? Should they go for Fury? I mean, they play a lot of removals, but I kind of feel like I want to go for a Fury now. Um, I think that Bolt overall is going to do more. I mean, they could have the Fairy, obviously, but okay. Binding? Sure, Binding it is. So next turn I can almost freely play my Expressive Iteration. They already use one Flusterstorm, so it should resolve. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, Grief to end seems the right choice. Terminate. It's bad against. It's bad against Elish Nor. No, it is not actually, because I have one turn. Play Grief. So next turn is going to be a Grief turn. Cavern of Souls. Omnath. Yeah, Terminate was good, right? Okay, it's fine. It feels so hard to have an elite online in this deck. Feign Death. It's not doing much here, but okay. So I'm going to take another Watery Grave. I think so. Let's play the Grief. Last turn. I'm going to take 4, then I can block Feign Death, my Grief. Unless they have a Solitude in hand. Endurance and Renin 6. So I'm taking the Endurance. Their end is not that good, so I mean, yeah, they're missing fetch lands. Okay, obviously they draw the fetch land, but it's not doing much either. They can cycle and draw again. No, it doesn't feel that bad. They cycled the Indafa Triumph already. Renin 6 into play. You cannot see it. I need to remember that. Okay, so I take this 4. I still have a bolt in hand. It's not great, but it's kind of. Ooh. That's actually pretty good, right? I'm not sure if I want to bring the Shriekmaw back. But still being able to kill the Omnath here feels okay. I think I want to play Murktide now. Feign Death. Nah, it's fine. And now I think I want to attack the Vran. Maybe it's the wrong choice, but if they have the double removal for both Murktide and Grief, I want to be able to bolt the Brennan 6 right away. Cycle, sure. Okay, we have some menacing creature into play. Literally menacing. They got back Fetchland and not the Tryon. So they have something to play this turn. Ragavan. Okay, I think I'm supposed to dash the Ragavan. Go face with all. Be ready to ball the Vran. I want to have somewhat of a clock into play. They could have a Solitude here. Endurance. Sure. So you're going to block the Ragavan. I could just go. They shuffle their deck. Okay, I think I'm supposed to Feign Death, Ragavan, Bold Endurance. There's something more. Dress down. Okay. So you want to block the Grief. Even better, I guess. Even better. I'm going to bring back Grief. I don't care if it doesn't trigger, but at least I have a big feature to play. And then I'm bolting here. Okay. So I have 10 damage into play plus the Ragavan dash. And they're likely going to fetch at least once. Fairy. Okay. Are you going to bounce the Murktide? Yeah. I could draw a Tourach too. That would be awesome. They fetched for a top land. Just to get back to fetch and play it. Yeah, sure. This is not in their hand. They shuffled it back. Expressive Iteration. Should I kill one of these two? Maybe both. I don't know. Maybe it's better to go. Do I want to keep up my red mana? I think so. Let's pay like this. Counterspell, Bloodstained Mire, and Feign Death. So I think that I don't want the Feign Death. I want Counterspell. Bottom these, play these, kill the Fairy. Let's kill the Fairy, it's annoying. And I want to be able to cast my Counterspell. Do you have... what do you have here? You have an answer? Really? Endurance doesn't stop my grief though. Yeah, that's fine. You're stopping me from playing my Murktide and that's annoying, but still fine. So I have Counterspell online, but I'm not sure if I can cast it actually, because if they attack me, I'm down to 2 and I'm down to 1 with this brand. You're so annoying. Yeah, it's GG. Because they cannot fetch, and they cannot counter these, and just dead like that. There's so many good draws. They're drawing so good. It's crazy. I mean, this Tourach is likely going to carry me the game. I think I'm supposed to keep. I could draw Grief, I could draw some removal, so I think that this end is fine. Blood Crypt first. On top, draw Fury. That's already good. Turn 4 is going to be my Tourach play. They're still doing nothing. They could have a dress down to answer my Tourach. So this turn I play Death Shadow. Even if it's likely for them uh, to just bounce it. Let's keep double blue up just to bait a counterspell here. And if the Death Shadow survives, I can almost freely play the Tourach. Okay, binding already, yeah, sure. Because they cannot dress down while I have a Death Shadow into play, otherwise they're going to take 13 damage. Okay, they play something now. Vren in 6. Sure. Go ahead. This Tourach is going to be so good. Another Blood Crypt. Nice. And I also have the Fury plus Undying Malice combo. Omnath and Endurance to the graveyard. I could still have a Fury to get rid of Tourach, but I still have 3-4-1, so it's fine. It's actually a 4-4-1 because they have to pitch it to pitch something for the Fury next turn. Ran up to 1. The One Ring! Here's the One Ring. I think I'm just going to play Fury and kill the Vran. I think I'm going to lose to that One Ring. As you can see, Unholy Heat is still offline. Not having bubbles feels like the wrong choice, I'm not sure. The Fairy, bouncing the Fury. Okay. You have 8 cards in hand. Just dead to that One Ring. I think I'm just going to keep up Counterspell this turn. Even though so many cards in hand, what can I do? Maybe I can erase them. Not sure. They play Omnath and just going to counter it. They they are still missing the Cavern of Souls. Down to 8. Fury, Omnath. They could have a counter. I'm still I still have to try. Oh, they're missing the blue mana open, yeah, sure. Down in the lock. Maybe they're looking for Veil of Summer. And Omnath should be the only way they have to gain life. So actually, this is not looking that bad. They're down to 1, right? I need a good counterspell or something like that, but this Tourach is going to carry me, I guess. Bolt would be awesome, because just GG. Ooh, that's GG. Okay. Well. Okay, so this is kinda keepable. We have push and drown in the lock online, and eventually I will draw a fetch land, so I think it's a fine keep. Ragavan, Prussian Footfalls. Okay, first time I play against Rhino in a couple of weeks, to be honest. So I think that Drown is better, so I'm just going to Grief. What are they thinking about? Subtlety? Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So I kind of have to take that Gone and Violent Outburst. I have to target that one and not the land. I mean, it seems to me that Death Shadow is getting closer and closer to Death Shadow and Legacy, but missing Reanimate is a huge part of of why these decks are not that similar. What did you draw here? Freedom Pool tapped past turn. Wow, interesting. Fury. Okay. This is not looking that bad. I mean, Murktide is not a problem. And they're missing double blue. Only 3 cards in their hand. They have a counterspell for any Crushing Footfalls they play. Fury is a pretty good card against Rhinos too, as soon as they draw another Undying Malice. Basic Mountain, pass a turn, sure. Ragavan. Missing a bit too many land drops here, but everything should be over soon. Okay. Counter the Crushing Footfalls. Now I need an Undying effect, a fetch land, or another drown in the Loch. I have a bunch of good cards, but I absolutely need a fetch land here. So they have a Murktide into play. Murktide. Okay, Murktide is a 7/7 actually, not that small. But I have a 2-turn clock, so can get rid of one creature. I just need another land to terminate one of the two Rhinos or the Murktide, and Griff is going to kill them. 6/6. They chose to keep that gone into the graveyard for some reason. I cannot miss any more land drops, to be honest. Shriekmaw is still pretty good. I didn't need to do it now, but they have only one card left in their hand, so it felt good to just kill the Murktide now. So now they have the Rhinos, and they have removal for one of them. So unless they have another Fashion Footfalls, this should be game. I'm going to pitch the Ragavan because I want to keep a Bolt online. It's, it's actually not online because I'm missing the red mana, but whatever. I think they're going to bring in the Blood Moons because they saw me playing only Dimir colors. Yeah. So they didn't see my red cards. That means then I'm probably going to bring in Seasoned Pyromancer. Obviously, explosives. I think Invasive Surgery is a good one. Stubborn Denial is not bad either. I'm going to cut the Fatal Push, Bolt. Unholy Heat, it's not good either. Wow, you had the Violent Outburst. Crazy. So now we have a problem. So now we have a problem. Red mana, please. Feign Death. I mean, good. It's pretty good, but yeah, it's fine. So let's get a Fury into play and kill a bunch of Rhinos. Could you please? Okay, thanks. Not going to attack now, because next turn I can attack with both my creature and they need to block everything, but they cannot block Grief and Fury, at least for now. They need at least one more creature. And I'm still looking for any red source. Murktide again. You got it. Please give me a fetch land. Thanks. Okay. First game done. So Blood Crypt is fine. Terminate here. So one explosives I want Seasoned Pyromancer, I want Stubborn Denial, Invasive Surgery. I don't like Unholy Heat. I don't like Fatal Push. Bolt is not great either. But I want to keep at least one more red card for the Furies. But I don't have that many slots, so maybe I should just take these out and yeah, I think it's fine. What about one more Terminate and one less Murktide? I think I like that idea because if they have Blood Moon, it's going to be too hard to play the Murktides anyway, um, and I want to terminate for their Murktides. So this is a keep. This is a fine keep. It's not that fast, but I just need an Undying effect for the Grief, and then I will have also Stubborn Denial to back up the Grief. Explosives. Should I play the explosives now? I think I can wait. Yeah, I think I can wait. Playing explosives turn 1 is good only against Force of Negation, because they need to have Force of Negation turn 1. Otherwise, it's a bit weaker to Force of Vigor. And having a Grief in hand, I think I want to wait and see uh, what their hand is. So I think I'm going to fetch. I need double blues, so one Watery Grave and one Steam Vents. Okay, they're going to top my Watery Grave. This could be a kind of good Stubborn Denial, but I think I want to keep Stubborn Denial for something like a Blood Moon next turn. So I'm going to let this Fire Ice resolve. Yeah, sure. Yep, sure. Death Shadow, it's not a bad draw. Okay, let's pass the turn, and hopefully they're going to play um, Blood Moon. I leave the Crushing Footfalls here, so we don't forget. I'm not going to fetch, because if I fetch now, they're just going to play Violent Outburst, and I need to wait. Okay, that's interesting. Steam Vents, and Mana Tide on the Crushing Footfalls. So they could have another one. That means that I'm going to play Explosives now. So I have two options here. I could also just grief them. I think that griefing them is not that bad, but maybe I should first Expressive Iteration. Yeah, Expressive Iteration is fine now. Okay. So I'm going to put Fury in hand, bottom the Blood Crypt, play Polluted Delta, and now I have two options. I think I want to play Death Shadow. Yeah, I think that this is a Death Shadow turn. Blood Crypt for this one. What if they have... I mean, if they have a Blood Moon, it's kind of fine. Should I grief them now? Let's just grief them. I want to get rid of any Blood Moon. I'm kind of scared of Blood Moons. Okay, they have Force of Negation. They cannot cast Force of Negation, but that gun is not doing much. I mean, it's killing a Death Shot, that's fine. Okay. So they have... Okay, they have these. Next turn, they're going to play Rhinos. It's fine. I took Grief first, because I played the Death Shadow for no reason. Yeah, I need to think about what I must do before doing stuff. Learning experience. This is just a rookie mistake, but we are not in a bad shape anyway, because now I can just keep up Counterspell for the Crushing Footfalls. And I could bait that gun on the Ragavan, but there is no reason to do it now. I'm just going to wait. Okay, they draw one. And I kinda hope they waste something on the Counterspell now. Because I still have another answer for the Rhinos. I don't know, this matchup seems so bad for them. Obviously, if they go land into Blood Moon, it's going to be a bit of a trouble. Top land, so no Blood Moon. Okay, nice. Okay, so I have two options here. I could play a Death Shadow 3/3 and get a Swamp. Okay, so my plan here is to dash the Ragavan. They're going to kill the Ragavan, obviously, but then I play Death Shadow, and I'm going to keep up fetch land to protect the Shadow. Okay. Monkey dead. Got into play. A Murktide now would be a problem, but they're missing the second blue mana. Okay. Still no Murktide. I don't think I'm going to fetch yet, because I need to draw another land for the Fury anyway. Okay, Counterspell is pretty good though. So now I can freely fetch and pressure them. I want Watery Grave. And I'm also going to play Explosives now. Because they can have Violent Outburst and I keep Counterspell for something a bit more scary. Okay. Ooh, Boseiju. Sure. Kinda wanted another land. They cannot play Murktide. They have Counterspell. Same goes for Violent Outburst. Because they need more mana to Force of Negation my Counterspell. So I think it's fine. Other explosives, pretty good. Should he counter these? Yeah, I should. Because I still have the explosives to get rid of any violent outburst now. And I don't want them to have a 3-1 flyer that they cannot block. Now I'm only weak against Murktide, but they have to block, so then I can trade with a Fury. So even if they play Murktide, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So they only have one card left in their hand. Fire Ice. You got it. You got your Fire Ice. Thoughtseize. Not great now. I think I'm supposed to play Fury. It's good unless they have Rhinos, right? But even if they have Rhinos, can block one, then they're dead to the Death Shadow. This way I can win even if they play Murktide. And if they play Rhinos, I'm just taking 5 down to 1, yeah, it's fine. Shardless Agent. Okay. So what could they have? A Violent Outburst too? Because I'm just going to pop explosives and try to end the game. So I'm going to Thoughtseize now to play around Violent Outburst. Endurance. So I can put them down to 1. Because they need to block both these creatures, right? So, and they're going to block like this and like this. So I'm going to pop the explosives now. Dash Ragavan attack. Okay. Dead go on. Cannot dead go on the face, so I'm just going to pass a turn. They need to eat another Rhino. How many Question Footfalls do they have? One last Question Footfall, so any Cascade spell is actually pretty good in this spot. Because if they have Violent Outburst in hand, I'm just going to die. Because I need to attack with the Ragavan too. Ice on the shadow. Wow, you have Violent Outburst. Please stop. Stop having these draws. But if I draw any kind of removal, it's going to be fine. Okay, Shriekmaw. Nice. So I'm going to evoke these, kill one of them, dash Ragavan, win the game, right? Ragavan once again, winning the game. You want to play first? Yeah, sure. You want to keep? Yes, I do. So turn one Ragavan is fine, but also Thoughtseize is not bad. Because I don't have any follow-up play, so I think I'm going to Thoughtseize first, get rid of any removals, and then those are a lot of removals. Explosives, an interesting one. Uh, if I play Ragavan next turn, they're just going to push it, right? But they cannot push my Fury, so I think that drowning the Loch is the best take. Are we facing Bowmaster's Dimir? I love the deck. I want to try the deck so much. Okay, that's an unknown card. So I'm just going to play Ragavan and fetch and pass. It's fine to play Ragavan as a discard spell for the Fatal Push. I don't know, even keeping it as pitch spell for Fury is fine. I want to try to get rid of those removals for the Shadow. Steam Vents on top. Throw, Unholy Heat. Not looking good in this matchup. So now I'm just going to wait. Swamp Pasteur. Feign Death. Okay. So we have the Feign Death plan. I think I'm going to do it. They have two unknown cards. Could be Counterspell, but they cannot counter the Fury. They can counter the Feign Death, obviously, but they cannot drown in the Loch the Fury. So I think I'm going to try. They have an Otawara. We know about it, but they're missing the land. And I'm close to 5 lands anyway, so if they bounce my Otawara, I'm just going to replay Fury later. Well, Otawara into play. Okay. First of all, I'm going to attack and then I'll Thoughtseize them. Playing the Otawara doesn't seem so right to me. Memory. Okay. Okay. So I could tax their mana by taking the push. If you take the push, they have to pay 3 mana to play explosives. That means they cannot go Sauron's. Or I could just take the Sauron stuff here. I think I'm fine taking the push. If they want to get rid of the Shadow, they have to spend 3 mana and take out 8 damage. I just need a Bolt. Ragavan is so sad. But it could actually be good, because then if they don't play explosives on 1 next turn, I can just dash the Ragavan and win anyway. Okay. They look at the top 4 cards and separate them into a face down pile and a face up pile. Questa la face up, okay. The first one is the face up. So I don't want to give them Drown in the Loch. But if I... Okay, it's fine. If I give them Drown in the Loch, I can win out of Ragavan. If I give them Snapcaster, they're doing nothing. So I think that the top one is going to be Sunken Ruins and Snapcaster Mage. Okay. So they took Drown in the Loch and Creeping Tar. And they go for a Drown in the Loch now, so he can dash Ragavan and win the game. Nice. So against that deck, I want more counter spells. Sorcery. I think it's fine like this. I don't need push. Unless his Thirst is actually good against a deck like that. Terminate does basically nothing, I think. I can cut one Unholy Heat. Shriekmaw, I don't like Shriekmaw here. I need to cut one more card. I don't want to be dead light on removals. But even then, I have the Furies. I think I can cut one more Unholy Heat. Okay, I think that this is a fine keep. We have Counterspell to fight their counter and removals. Expressive Iteration is a pretty strong card in this matchup, so it's fine. Let's get, first of all, a Steam Vents into Ragavan past turn. Push there, sure. Okay, let's play the land, past turn. So next turn I'm going to play Expressive Iteration, but they're likely have a counter for that. But no, I could also just wait, right? Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait. I mean, I have a counter spell. They need to do something. And as soon as they do something, I can counter the Expressive Iteration and basically win the game. I don't think that they're playing that many removals for the Murktide either. I could also play around Spell Pierce and go Expressive Iteration. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. If they want to Spell Pierce, it's okay. If they want to Counterspell, it's fine. Okay, Counterspell. Should I counter the Counterspell? I don't think so. You got it. Okay, let's try to play again Expressive Iteration. This time I'm trying to counter it. To counter any counter they play. Okay, let's fight for it. Nice, I need a Thoughtseize now. Death Shadow is also good. So I want Counterspell in hand, bottom, exile, fetch for basic swamp, play the shadow. This shadow is just going to die obviously, but okay. Two cards left in their hand. I have a pretty full graveyard. Counterspell. I cannot play both Counterspell and Murktide. Maybe I should have fetched for something else. Didn't think about. Okay, nice. Nice. So I think it's just a Murktide this turn. I can tap one more mana. Nah, just empty the graveyard. Let's just empty the graveyard, yes. Because now I can play Counterspell and have mana to pay um, Spell Pierce. Spry 2. This is scary because it's 3/2 that cannot be blocked. Yeah, so fetching for basic was right. Okay, this is a topped land. Undying Malice. Not that bad. 6 damage to you. Sacrifice a non-token creature. Did Undying Malice this one? Feel like I should. At least I have a 4/4 and then I can play Fury. Wow, we fight against it? Yeah, sure. Then I could also just counter. I think I want to counter this one now. They're not attacking me, interesting. Death Shadow is also mirror. I think they have at least one explosive in hand though. Let's play Death Shadow. And now I'm just going to play the Fury. Try or take control. Ooh. Okay. So now they could activate these, attack me. I have to block these one. That's a trade unless they have a fetch land. I think I want to block, to be honest. I don't like the idea of them having, I don't know, a Spirit Wraith or something like that to get rid of my Fury. Snapcaster. Ooh, that was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. But I couldn't take, I mean, they just go Creeping Tor and kill me. Feign Death is also in this spot. I don't know, maybe they should just keep attacking with the creepy Interpret. Expressive Iteration. Let's just attack for now. And after I'll play the Expressive Iteration. Okay, they're down to 1. Expressive Iteration. Ooh, that's a lightning bolt. So this goes to end, this goes to bottom, and I'm just going to cast the bolt to you. Does it resolve? It does. Nice. This deck feels actually good. Let's jump into the last game. Okay, we are on the play, and this looks like a keep. Okay, I think I'm supposed to fetch now for Steam Vents. Basic Swamp into nothing looks interesting. Watery Grave past turn. It's funny because in paper I have this counterspell mismatched. Okay, so we are facing Cabal Coffers. That means they want to have counterspell, but I also want to try and eat one Thoughtseize as soon as possible. Death Shadow. That means they cannot play anything here. This goes to an exile. Watery Grave. So from the next turn, I have Counterspell up and Death Shadow into play. So their best play now is to go Cabal Coffers into the One Ring. Okay, it's not Cabal Coffers. That's the ugly version of the One Ring, so it's fine. You can have it. Thoughtseize. Ooh, okay. Thoughtseize first. So I'm going to take the March. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the March. And then I'm just going to play. I'm going to fetch this turn, but not the turn after, because they have Shadow of Doubt in hand. Another Blood Crypt. 5/5 Shadow. You're not going to resolve those Karns. And thanks to Urborg, I can avoid fetching and keep my fetch as a basic swamp. Relic of Progenitus, you can have it. I think I'm just going to play around my counterspell and not around drowning the Loch anyway. Ooh, another shadow. So I don't want them to be able to cycle the Shadow of Doubt, so I'm not going to fetch yet. Okay, that means that I can now freely fetch, so that's what I'm going to do for another Blood Crypt. And now I have lethal next turn. How many counters do you need? 4? Okay, you're not going to get that. They cycle that too. Sure. I still need to learn which shock do I need. Here, it was better to get another blue, because I have double counterspell, and I cannot just play um, counterspell into something else. I still think I'm supposed to go counterspell now, right? Because even if they play Karn, it's okay, unless they have Damnation, right? So, I think they play these two. And they have two unknown cards in hand. What if I counter this one? I think I should counter this one, but if they have Domination, I'm just dead. Yeah, that was a mistake. I had to keep up two counter spells. Uh, yeah, whatever. You've done it. You killed my shadow. Okay, Thoughtseize is fine. They had a march. So I'm going to take the march and this should be over. But I took the wrong Shockland. Scry one. Pilferer went into play. Invoke Despair? I don't think so. Okay, so Alpine Moon is in for sure, but I need to name uh, Cabal Coffers and not Urborg, because for some reason it doesn't work with Urborg. So yeah, I want this, I want Invasive Surgery too. I think that push is doing nothing at all. Terminate is bad too. Seasoned Pyromancer, I like the card here. Shriekmaw is bad. Lightning Bolt is not doing much. And I could cut one Fury, I guess. Everything else seems fine. No, I could bring in a Brotherhood and but I just need to play around counterspell. I don't want to be in a spot where I need to Brotherhood hand an ensnaring bridge or something like that. Okay, I kinda like this hand. I'm going to keep. Urborg turn one into nothing. Thoughtseize already. This time I misclicked. I wanted to play the Watery Grave. Trust me. So whatever. I think I'm fine taking the Night Whisper. I think I could just play Ragavan instead of dashing it. Relic. Yeah, I think that actually playing Ragavan is not that bad. Because they have no answer. Stubborn, I think I'm just going to play Ragavan. It's fine. This matchup seems so easy. I think we can already talk about the 4-1. Demolition Field is annoying, but we have a Ragavan into play, so I'm not too scared. So let's play Bloodstained Mire, and I'm just going to attack. I could play the Grief now. I could play the Grief. Domination. Okay. What if I play the Grief? It's not that bad, right? We can take the Karn and then we keep Counterspell up for anything else. I kinda need to play my cards because I have a Seasoned Pyromancer, so anything can be replaced here, but I need to play them. So they have both Domination and Karn. So I kinda have to take the Domination, and they can play Karn, but then I kill Karn. Is it untapped? Ooh, you lost the game. You just lost the game. Okay, you cycle, that's fine. You played another Urborg. That was bad. Actually, that was Fatal Push here is a pretty good draw. Yeah, I cannot counter it. Undying Malice. Okay. So this turn I'm not likely going to play anything. Unless I steal a Karn. Karn could be interesting. Just to stop them from activating the One Ring and such, but yeah, it's just too slow. I just need to keep this counter spell up until I draw lands and stuff. Oof, Night's Whisper though is so good. What does it say? You draw. Yeah, sure, I draw. That's right. And lose 2 life. Is this a Thoughtseize turn? I don't think so. I'm just going to pass. I want my counterspell online. This was a pretty good draw. Good job, Ragavan. And this is Stubborn Denial. And they conceded. Okay, so let's talk about this deck. I'm actually surprised. Let me. Okay. So I'm actually a bit surprised because the first game was not that great. I made some mistake and that's true, but still the mana base doesn't seem so good. I mean, you cannot do anything else. This is just the Grixis Death Shadow mana base, so you cannot change that and that's fine. But it's kind of hard to play around having Grief, Fury, and Murktide in the same deck while you play Counterspell. You want a Black Lantern 1, um, you often want a Ragavan turn 1 or a removal, so it's kind of hard, but otherwise the deck seems pretty good. We have a lot of strong cards. This is just Grixis good stuff, right? Fury and Grief are likely the best elementals. Murktide is such a good threat in the late game. Ragavan is Ragavan, you know it. And we are only playing Feign Death and Undying Malice as bad cards, so even if you think about scam, right, you have a lot more cards that are kind of useless, and we have access to expressive iterations to gain some more advantage, counterspell to protect our threats. So I think that this is a pretty interesting shadow scam version, And it's kind of strange that here in both America and Europe it's not that popular. But this could be something really interesting to explore a bit more, maybe with, I don't know, Stern Scalding or something else from Lord of the Rings, maybe the One Ring, or actually the Bowmasters. I think that Bowmaster is a pretty good card overall in Death Shadow. So I think I'm going to play more of this deck because it's likely the best version of Shadow I've played, and plus I'm going to get some full art Reefs signed, so I want to play that. I want to play those cards plus my favorite, one of my favorite cards in Modern. So yeah, I really enjoyed playing this deck. I hope you enjoyed as well. So stay tuned for more and see you in the next video.